Shalom Saints and welcome back po sa ating live stream. Well, as I have promised, atin pong ipagpapatuloy ang ating discussions when it comes on responding some arguments from the Filipino atheist. Pasensya na po, medyo yung aking lalamunan, but by God's grace, magagawa natin po ito as of now. Actually, dapat 9:15 sana, pero I decided na gawin natin na naman ito na alas 8 or malapit na talaga mag-alas 8, no? Pasensya na po sa aking tinig, no? But now, by the grace of God, we are here again to do this live stream once more. And since we are talking about the arguments from our atheist friends here, please bear with me for this, okay? Take note, I'm not saying that I know everything. Hindi po. We're still studying it, okay? At saka kung napapansin nyo po noong mga nakaraan, hindi mo na talaga ako nagkaroon ng mga time for writing some posts or answers or let's say responses because of my busy schedules plus you know what. So ngayon, by the grace of God, atin pong ipagpapatuloy itong Apologetics Time 101 natin. Nagpaplano pa ako na gumawa ng isa pang apologetics live stream uli. Maybe next week, siguro 2 or 3 times kasi. We'll go on to discuss the arguments of a Muslim apologist named Mr. Ibrahim Romas. Meron siyang ginawang mga videos din kasi. Actually, ang tagal-tagal ko na rin hindi nagkakaroon ng mga videos and even articles in response to our Muslim friends' arguments ba. But anyway, mag-focus muna tayo sa atheistic arguments ngayon. And by God's grace, mas lalo po nating maunawaan itong mga to. By the way, Lord willing, this coming Saturday nawa ay matuloy yung magiging dialogue namin ni Mr. Miles sa DevCon or the Debaters Convention. Please pray for this na may present po natin yung arguments for Christianity at ma-examine din yung arguments against it. Sige, simulan na natin. So, simulan po natin dito sa post na ito. Ay, wait lang. Nasagot na ba natin to, di ba? I think nasagot na natin to. I don't know for sure if I've already discussed it. Oo, na-discuss ko na to. Review lang, counting review lang. Most of the arguments kasi na presenta ng madalas na mga atheist friends natin ay may kinalaman sa issue ng moral arguments. Madalas about morality, about why God did this, why God allowed that, or whatever. Like for example, yung tungkol sa free will, bakit daw pinaparusahan daw or whatever, or ano pa man, na kung saan pinag-usapan po natin na if atheism is true, ano yung kanyang moral standard para sabihin na masama ang ginawa ng Diyos, even though ang Diyos mismo ang masasabi na siyang source ng objective moral values and duties. But at the same time, if atheism is true, kung tutusin, none. Opinion lang lahat ng ito, kumbaga. Yung issue tungkol sa free will, ayun, ewan ko si Lawrence Cross ba yung nagsabi yon? Pero ang sabi nito, yung consciousness ay illusion lamang. Right? Please correct me if I'm wrong about this. But anyway, so ngayon, ewan ko, baka na-discuss ko na ito last discussion, no? About yung rant ni Richard Dawkins laban sa Panginoon. Even though, in reality, it was talking about God's judgment, lalo na dun sa mga tao na hindi nakapagsisi, so to speak. Ang ganda sana kung meron tayong mga atheist friends dito like Ma'am Rachel. Oh, someone laughing at here. Who is this Simon Flora? Remember, my friend, funny emoji is not a good argument. Okay? I understand why you are laughing here. Pero for the love of, for the love of God, if you claim na nasa katotohanan ka, present your arguments here. Not just making some sort of laughing emoji. Na-expose lalo yung iyong parang ano yan? Ano talagang layunin mo nandito ka. But that's okay. You can do that. You have free will. But in atheistic worldview, ang tao walang free will. Parang robot ka lang na nagre-react na parang ganyan. I even don't know kung itong si Simon Flora ay tunay na tao o isang troll. But that's okay. So anyway, punta na tayo sa pinaka-pinpoint natin. Yan. Reaction. Ito, tapos na pala. So ngayon, ang titignan naman natin, reaksyon ng mga atheist friends natin na nagkalat po sa page na ito. Na yun lang, most of them were all echo chambers. They're not really, tawag dito, di man lamang sila naglaan ng time para sana sumali sa dialogue like this one, but that's okay. First and foremost, kamusta na po kaya itong ating kaibigan dito? Malamang nagko-comment to yan sa ibang ibang post natin without even realizing na yan lang. Ganun talaga eh. May umamin nga na hindi raw kailangan ng evidence ng atheism. Right? Kaya kung ito, si Ma'am Rachel na mismo tingnan nyo ha. Listen, sabi niya, we don't believe there is no God. We know that there is no God. Wait lang. No. Believe. Well, ang ironic dito, yung sinasabi niya, we don't believe that there's no God, it is still a belief as well. Paano mo malalaman yan paano mo mapapaniwalaan yan kung hindi mo alam, so to speak, right? O sabi pa niya, simply because there are no concrete and tangible evidence if its existence. Kaso nga lang, karamihan sa mga atheist friends natin, they are not really presenting good evidence for their own worldview. What they did, they stealing many aspects of reality that only make sense if God exists in order to argue against Him. And that's what happened. Pambihira. Sabi niya, you are not my friend. That's okay. Is there any problem if I'm telling that atheists are our friends as well? Even you will not treat me as a friend, that's okay for me. My point here is this. We are just presenting why Christianity is true, and we are answering many atheistic or anti-theistic arguments against it. That's it. Remember, magkaiba po yung tungkol sa kung ano yung masasabi mo sa tao at kung ano yung masasabi mo sa isang argumento. Okay? Nagbigay pa siya ng example. Yes, it's true, unicorns never exist. But even though unicorns will, let's say yung mga unicorn na yan ay nag-exist, they are inside the universe. But the true God is outside time, space, and matter. So it actually, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's a categorical mistake fallacy. Okay? Pero please, correct me if I'm wrong for this. But itong comment na to, actually, it sounds like there's some sort of contradictory claim here. Paano mo mapapaniwalaan yan kung wala yung tinatawag na alam mo, so to speak, right? Sabi niya, atheism is not a belief system. What do you mean by that? Sana naman bumisita ka naman dito sa live stream na to, Ma'am Rachel. Let's talk about this. Sabi pa niya, ito si June Aquino Flores. If I don't know if he is a true person or some sort of a troll. I don't know. Pero sabi niya, atheism does not posit any truth claims, and yet they are positing truth claims like God does not exist, truth is relative. Kontra na naman yung claim nito, right? Kaya ito, like yung ginawa kanina ni Simon Flora, whoever this person was. I don't know if this guy is a true guy or a troll or whatsoever. Ito lang yung tanong ko sa mga taong ito. Did you ever examine the arguments there, or you're just jumping conclusions without it, without even examining those evidence? Mm-hmm. Si Alonso, actually, meron nga ako nababasa ng mga comments niya na hindi ko na gaano binibisita kasi paulit-ulit lamang yung kanyang mga claim like this one. And it's very ironic na yung mga atheist friends natin dito na bumibisita sa page na karamihan ay nasa Philippine Atheist Group page. Lagi po tayo nag-imbita na magkaroon nawa tayo ng dialogue, so to speak. Oh wait, nag-comment siya. Ano tunay na tao pala to. Wait lang, I have a question. Are you an atheist? Please answer. I'm waiting. Oh, if you want to visit here, please bumisita ka dito. Let me hear your voice here. Hello? Naghahalang ako, umiyak ka kaagad. I'm not even crying out loud here. I'm just saying, my friend, that funny emoji, yung haha mo, ay hindi po legit na argumento. Hindi po matibay na argumento kung, tama. Hindi po magandang argumento yan sa atheism. Kung yan ang iyong worldview. Ayan. Sige, i-post natin dito. Ayan. Para, balikan muna natin itong si Alonso. Kung mapapansin nyo, if atheism is true, okay lang na sabihin niya yung ganitong pagmumura. But we know for sure, kahit wala tayong hawak na Bible, alam natin yung mga ganyang pagmumura na tulad nito, hindi po yan moral. Hindi po maganda. Masama yan. Balik tayo dito naman kay Ma'am Rachel. Sabi niya, mahirap ba talaga maintindihan na pag atheist, wala kang pinaniniwalaang any God? Kita mo? Doon pa lang, kinokontra na niya yung kanyang unang sinabi rito. Balik tayo dito. Sabi niya, we don't believe there is no God. We know that there is no God. And yet, here, pag atheist ka, wala kang pinaniniwalaang any God dito or whatever. Di naniniwala ka na there's no God. Right? Diyan pa lang pumapasok yung inconsistent claims ng atheism. Sino to? Justin Bailey, whoever this Justin Bailey. Wait lang. Are you a Christian? Mr. Justin? But anyway, sabi ni Ginoong Simon, hindi naman daw siya nagipag-argument, pero ano to? Ano tong argument na presenta mo riyan? Tinatanong po kita kung atheist ka. I want to know. But it sounds like echo chamber din tong taong to, but that's okay. Kayo na pong bahala maghusga. Anyway, to our friend Mr. Justin, before I will answer this question, please take note, this page is about Christianity, okay? But anyway, pakisagot na lamang po yung question ko if you are a Christian or whatever. And to Mr. Simon, walang pumapersa sa'yo na makipag-argue. I'm just asking you a question. If you are an atheist or not. And again, I was just saying, posting a haha or funny or laughing emoji is not a legit argument. At least inamin mo na hindi ka nagipag-argue o nagpe-present ang argument. Hindi mo nga sinasagot if atheism is true or not. Okay. Let's go back here. So sabi na naman ito, enough with your narrative that atheism is a belief system. Time and time again, I clearly point out, atheism is not an affirmative belief that there's no God. And yet, affirmative po yan para sa case ng atheism. It's not even a simple rejection of the assertion of God, about who God is or whatever. Actually, ito ang irony. Kung consistent si Ma'am Rachel about her atheistic worldview, dapat niya pong ma-recognize na pinapaniwalaan pala niya yon. Na pinapaniwalaan ng marami sa mga atheist friends natin na walang Diyos. Yun po yung pinaka-point dyan. And then, take note, ang point dito na sa kanyang mga sinasabi dito, lagi niyang pinipinpoint na, walang affirmative doon, walang ganito. Even doon reality, meron po itong tinatawag na mga claim. And ironically, our atheist friends have a real burden of proof. Why? Teka, balikan muna natin. Wala nang comment dito itong si Mr. Simon. Okay, anyway, balik tayo. Ang maging malaking problema sa mga atheist friends natin, they cannot even presented any good evidence for atheism. They cannot. Kaya sabi ko, see your own argument. See your argument on how you prove to me that atheism is just a blind faith. Kaya nga tinanong kita o hinamon kitang patunayan mo na totoong atheism. But at least you prove to me that atheism is not based on reality. Kasi sabi niya ro, lagi niyang pinipinpoint na rejection, ganito, ganyan, without even realizing atheism is just some sort of blind faith. Tapos, sinasabi niya lagi, thank you for proving that arguing with you will put us all in a never-ending loop. Even though in reality, kung papansinin niyo po yung mga atheist pages and group pages nga, actually, it is them who use this kind of never-ending loop. Even though we present evidence for Christianity, God's existence, the reliability of the Bible, the resurrection of Jesus, what they did, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. At dito pala makikita po natin ad hominem na kaagad ang sinabi ng ating kaibigan dito. Nowhere did I ever say that atheism is a belief needs evidence and not based on reality. Kasi, real talk, my friends, atheism is not really based on reality. It is just some sort of blind faith, like a fairy tale. Yan po ang totoo. Lalo na po sa issue ng atheistic worldview. If there's no God, kung walang objective moral values, everything is permissible, sabi ng isang philosopher. Yung tipong love your neighbor is just the same as what Hitler, Pol Pot, and others did. Yan yung sabi niya, bukod sa mali po yung kanyang pagpangalan sa page, but that's okay. Sabi niya, arguments between theists and atheists would end only if your God would show itself. Pero wait, Ma'am Rachel, sana nakikinig po kayo. O kung isa po kayo sa mga nanonood. Kung mapanood mo to, listen to this. When Jesus came to this world 2,000 years ago, nagpakita po siya ng mga proof that He is truly the Messiah. Pero itong mga religious leaders, kahit nakita na nila yung mga evidence that it is He na siya na talaga yung hinihintay nila, anong ginawa ng mga Pharisees noon? They are accusing Jesus of being demon-possessed, drunkard, whatsoever. Nagplano nga sila na itong si Kristo Jesus ipako sa krus. So gamitin natin yung point na sinabi ni Ma'am Rachel, no? Kahit halimbawa magpakita ang Panginoong Jesus, or let's say, the second coming, ito bang mga tao, agad ba silang maniniwala? No! It doesn't. Why? Nakakalimutan po yata ng ating kaibigan yung tinatawag na free will. It's up to the said person if he will go on to trust Jesus here or not. Tapos, yung lagi niyang sinasabi na last point, atheism is not a belief. It is a rejection of your beliefs. Even though in reality, it is also a belief of rejecting who God is. Pangalawa, atheism is not something you would require an evidence out of it. Bakit? At least by what he said here, she already admitted that atheism is nothing but blind faith. Okay, let me mention Philip John Monsanto and Leo Pedido. Again, laughing emoji is not a good argument for your worldview. Take note, I mentioned these people na nag-post ng mga funny emoji. Oh, wait. Oh, ito yung sabi ni Ginoong Leo. Kung naniniwala kayo kay Rold, wait lang, mali atang spelling mo. But that's okay. Sige. Sa bagay, if atheism is true, walang tama o mali dito sa kanyang spelling. Sabi niya, kung naniniwala kayo kay Lord, bakit pa kayo lumilingon sa kaliwat kanan pagtatawid ng kalsada? Hey, if atheism is true, yung kaliwat kanan na yan ay opinion mo lang. But if Christianity is true, concerning to that matter, hello? Ano yun? Ginawa ba ang tao na parang robot? At bukod dito, bakit may mga panuntunan? Bakit may mga kautusan? Bakit may mga rules and regulations, so to speak? Yeah, gamitin natin yung claim. Kung naniniwala ka, kung alam mong may mga pulis dyan, o let's say traffic enforcer dyan, na talagang tinitignan yung daanan or lansangan or highway, dapat ba? Hindi. Bakit mayroong mga traffic signs, so to speak? Diba? Ganon din sa issue concerning theistic worldview, especially Christianity. Mayroong mga rules and regulations ang Diyos na ibinigay. So hello, dito pa lang mapapansin natin na there is some sort of, let's say, inconsistency claims and sad to say, strawman argument dito sa claim niya. At gusto kitang tanungin, what do you mean by the word faith or paniniwala or belief? Pakisagot nga, Ginoong Leo. Balik tayo uli dito. Sabi ni Ma'am Rachel, I don't need to defend my own worldview live. For what? To hear twisted logicalities from atheist? Thanks but no thanks. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko naman sinasabi na duwag siya. No, I'm not. Ang point doon, at least inamin niya po sa atin na ang atheism, mababaw ang pundasyon. Or, frankly speaking, walang pundasyon. Nung nag-post tayo kasi ng isang article in responding to her claim, sabi niya, pretty much contains claims, assertion, and not real, concrete, and tangible evidences. Wait lang, Ma'am Rachel. I pointed out that science and philosophy points out that God really existed. Cosmological argument, teleological argument, and moral argument. Pero wait, Alam nyo ba kung saan yung puro claim lang, puro assertion at hindi totoo at hindi konkreto at hindi po tangible yung evidence? Prangkahan, atheism. Please don't pluralize with apostrophe S. Pero tingnan nyo naman ito, the whys of Christian. Mali pa yung spelling. Nako, 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 nako. Sabi pa niya, ito puro na lang paulit-ulit yung point, keme-keme. Natural lamang na maghanap tayo ng evidence for atheistic worldview kasi ang magiging tanong, what better explains reality? Di ba naghanap kayo ng evidence na totoong Christianity? Ganon din po kami. Okay? Nagtanong pa ito kung anong pag-defend ng position ba ang gusto ko. Siyempre, kung paano naghanap ka ng answer or naghanap ka ng proof, so to speak. Di ba? It's not a belief, it is a rejection for your beliefs. Even though in reality, he believes that there's no God. So belief pa rin yun. Claim pa rin yun. Tapos, okay. Okay. Religion po ang puro claim. Walang evidence. Even though in reality, atheism is the belief that has many claims without evidence. Yun po ang reality. Uy, sabi naman ni Stan Hades, peti mo po, Father, nangangamoy narcissism. Wait lang. If atheism is true, yung narcissism ay pareho lamang sa pagiging selfless. And hello, I'm not claiming to be narcissist here. And then I'm asking you here, okay? Stan Hades, ano po ang moral standard nyo para sabihin yan kung walang Diyos? Kung totoong worldview nyo as an atheist, I would like to know your answer here. Anyway, let's go back. Sabi niya, patunayan ng atheism, when time and time again sinasabi namang atheism is not a claim that needs, okay, she already admitted, atheism is not a claim that needs an evidence. In short, isa lamang itong panaginip. Atheism is just blind faith. Siya na mismong nagsabi na hindi raw kailangan ng evidence ang atheistic worldview. Hindi po ako nagsasabi, si Ma'am Rachel lang nagsabi. Okay? At least, she admitted to us that in atheism, wala. Wala talaga. Walang evidence na nagpapatunay doon. Kung sasabihin nyo pong evolution yan, particularly macroevolution, it doesn't prove your point here. Even though, let's say, na yung macroevolution na ito totoo, it does not disprove God's existence here. Pakitanong nyo po sa mga theistic evolutionists. You know what? Most of the claims na presenta dito are just some sort of claims. Puro claim. Puro claim. Puro claim. Sabi ni Alonso, this man does not understand the concept of burden of proof, even though in reality, mas malaki yung burden of proof sa atheism. Take note, my friends, inamin mismo ni Ma'am Rachel na hindi raw kailangan ng evidence ang atheism. So sa mga atheist friends natin diyan, like Ginoong Simon Flora, Stan Hades, and Leo Pedido, according to your fellow atheist, atheism is not a claim that needs an evidence. It is her who said that, not me. Okay? J.D. Mandak. Again, funny emoji is not even a good argument. Patunayan mo na totoo yung worldview nyo. Wag puro funny emoji. Bakit? Kasi, alam nyo, yung ganyang mga funny emojis na natatanggap dito, lalo lamang nila pinapatunayan sa atin ng atheism, Bukod sa walang objective moral values, bukod sa ang mga tao ay para mga robots lang na nagre-react na tulad nito, pinapatotohanan lamang nila sa atin na ang kanilang worldview ay may mahinang pundasyon. Siya na mismo pong nagpapatunay sa ating lahat. At itong mga comments na natanggap natin, ito, ito pa, ito pa, ito pa, ito pa. Parang na-discuss ko na to last time ah. Ito pa, at yung mga yan, tanan, dito si Ginoong June Aquino Flores. Ini-invite pa man din natin sila sa dialogue na to live pero hayaan na natin. Okay, dito na tayo. Akala ko tapos na. So ngayon, may post naman dito before ang The Filipino Atheist concerning to this comment. Yung kasi ang sabi niya, ang sabi dito ni Mr. Aaron, God created evil. Pero sagutin natin. Sagutin po natin to. Sabi dito ni Pinoy Atheist, Filipino Atheist to, sorry for that, no, hindi ko na na-edit. Aaron is a Christian apologist. He admits that God created evil, but he does not want his God to be blamed for this evil and its consequences. Basically, he's saying that God created all this pain and suffering, but God shouldn't be held accountable. Aaron also seems to think that there's nothing wrong in God creating evil, because his arguments is that God created evil for good to exist. What a sadist God you have there, Aaron. Pero bukod sa i-correct natin yung sinabi ni Mr. Aaron dito, i-examine din natin. Atheism is true. Meron bang matatawag na objective moral values? Objective good, objective evil, kumbaga? Again, kumbaga, what does he mean by that? How did he come to that conclusion? And here's my question to our friend here. Have you ever considered that evil is a privation of what is good and that God does not created evil? Mamaya explain natin. Sabi pa niya, ayan, nag-point siya about yung 5 bilyong mga bata na namamatay taon-taon, ganito't ganyan, tapos yung mga nakaranas ng abuses, whatever. Tapos sabi niya, eto tingnan nyo God created evil because without evil, good cannot exist. Dito pa nga lang, strawman argument na tong ginawa niya. Okay? First and foremost, since you are an atheist, sana yung admin nito ng page na The Filipino Atheist ay nakikinig sa atin. Andito rin yung mga atheist friend, mga atheist na ngayon nagrarant na lang. Pero that's okay. Ganun na talaga pagka Oh man. Sabi niya, atheism does not claim anything, so wala silang burden of proof para patunayan na atheism is true. Kailan mo kaya maintindihan yan? Simpleng definition na lang ng atheism, mali-mali pa. LOL. Eli, Leon, I hope you're listening to me here. Kontrahan na yung claim ninyo, kaibigan. Why? Sa bagay, pinatunayan ng isa sa mga atheist dito na number 1, hindi po require sa atheism ang evidence. Therefore, wala talagang proof, wala talagang evidence para sa atheism. At least inamin mo. 'Di ba? Tapos sabi dito na atheism does not claim anything, pero ano yung mga claims na inyong binabanggit? Truth is relative. Morality is subjective. there's no God. Di ba claims yun? Okay. Ayan. Hindi raw siya atheist, pero nagtanong siya kanina. Oh. Nangangamoy narcissism. And then he called me a hypocrite. Stan Hades, bumisita ka man din dito. Let me ask again. Let me ask. Yan ba ang tamang argumento mo to prove your point? Parang labo yata. Wala ka yatang, real talk, wala kang evidence kasi kapatid. Whoever this is Stan Hades dito, he was just committing ad hominem here. O sabi pa niya, just prove the existence of your God first, otherwise you're amateur. Amateur pala. Pero wait, did you ever read the posts that I have written? Did you ever watch the videos that were being shared? Did you ever watch the live streams that I have ever presented here? And even though let's say, sige, but we have pointed out that God really exists. Eh, ang tanong, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Who is this? Mr. Anthony. If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Yan po yung counter question ko sa'yo. Okay? Anyway, balikan natin yung response natin sa The Filipino Atheist page na to. Kasi tingnan nyo ang kanyang mga sinabi dito, no? Ayan. Yung tungkol sa 5 billion children, ganito, blah, blah, blah. Kaya nga, ito since you are an atheist, you must have to know that good and evil are just opinions according to your own worldview. So, when you say that 5 million children died every year in whatever causes and you say that is evil, what's your moral standard to say that what happened to the children is evil? Please explain. Homework po ninyo yan, The Filipino Atheist. Homework nyo po yan. If you will write a certain post or article, please answer this. Second, yung tungkol sa nangyari about abuses, some sort of it, at least, the Filipino atheist said to us that rape is wrong, that sexual abuse is wrong. Pero ano moral standard? Diba? Ano yung moral standard para sabihin na mali yan kung walang objective moral standards? Kung walang Diyos na umiiral, so to speak, paki-explain. If there's no God, then why rape and sexual abuses are wrong? If there are no objective moral values, bakit itong mga to ay mali? Right? But if there are objective moral values, maling-mali talaga ang mga ganyang mga activities. Tapos yung sinabi niya na, is it really necessary for God to allow millions of children to die and allow thousands of girls to be raped just to show that despite all this suffering, there is good in the world? Maliban lang po kung alam po talaga ng mga atheist friends natin kung ano po ang masasabing gain o kapakinabangan when it comes on the issue of pain and suffering. Bakit kailangan ng pagtitiis? Bakit kailangan ng paghihintay? Bakit kailangan ng ganito at ganyan? Ay, nako, pambihira. Diba? I mean, pambihira talaga. Alam nyo, yung mga natatanggap nating mga comments ngayon ng mga atheist friends natin, sobrang ganda. Sobrang ganda talaga ng mga comment nila. Sige, taken for granted na lang. Yan lang. They're not showing to us why atheism makes sense in reality. They cannot. Lalong-lalo na po kung ang tanong natin, why atheism better explains reality. Ang problema, they cannot explain it at all. Isa nga sa mga atheist nga nagsasabi, hindi raw require ang evidence para patunayan na totoong atheism. 'Di ba? So, balikan natin. Napaka-ironic yung claim na to ni the Filipino atheist. Kasi tingnan nyo, he was complaining against someone whom he thinks he never existed. So yung kanyang claim, hindi po nakasunod sa kung ano po talaga ang totoo diyan. Actually, evil does not disprove God, but it is even a good argument for God. Why? If evil exists, then good exists. By the way, ang evil ay privation. Kabaligtaran, so to speak, ng kabutihan. Imagine nyo po yung shadows sa anino nito. Ay tama, shadows sa sunshine. Sorry for that. Okay? Yung sunshine andyan pa rin. Pero hindi mag-exist ang shadow kung walang sunshine, so to speak. Okay? Anyway, in reality, he was just stealing from God in order to argue against him. Concerning what happened all around the world, hindi po ang Diyos ang nag-cause dyan. Humans did those evil deeds. Okay? Why? Instead of using their own free will to do good, they abuse their free will by means of doing evil deeds. Ito yung issue na God created everything. Everything happens because of Him. He has a plan for everything. He allows evil and suffering because this in time will lead to greater good. Tapos sabi raw, we should not blame God, blah, blah, blah. Pero wait lang. Para may mali dito sa claim na to. Stroman ang tawag dyan. Karamihan sa mga atheists, they're always arguing that God is the reason of evil. And that, kaso, kung totoong atheism, bukod sa walang objective moral values, yung good at evil, pawang opinion lang. If God does not exist, why are they complaining against someone whom they already believe he doesn't exist? Okay. Kaya ito, sige, sagutin natin ngayon. Did God really create evil? I don't care about those who are watching. Kung gusto mo, kaibigan, i-share mo yan sa mga atheist friends mo sa Philippine Atheist page. Malay mo, di ba? Isa pa, hindi ako nagmamadali sa maraming views. Huwag kang mag-alala dyan. Ginoong Anthony, whoever you are. I think, isa pa tong echo chamber. Pero I don't care. Kasi hindi naman good argument kung sinabi ng taong ito. Or tao ba talaga to? O robot lang? O bot lang sa computer? I don't know. Pero sige, let's discuss this one. Siyempre, ang assumption, di ba, sinasabi niya God created all things. So, nandun na sa issue ng evil, then evil must have been created by God. Kaso nga lang, evil is not a thing like a rock or electricity. Hindi mo mailalagay sa kahon o sa jar yung evil. Evil has no existence of its own. It is really the privation or absence of good. Yun po talaga ang point doon. Imagine mo halimbawa yung bakal na mayroong kalawang, yung sunshine na may shadow, doon sa inarawan, tapos may anino, ganito. Ganon yun. When God created, it is true that all He created was good. One of the good things God made was creatures who had the freedom to choose good. Free will, so to speak. In order to have a real choice, God had to allow there to be something besides good to choose. So, God allowed these free angels and humans to choose good or reject good. When a bad relationship exists between two good things, we call that evil, but it does not become a thing that required God to create it. Okay, example na lamang, illustration 101, yung mga parents natin. Ang gusto ng mga parents natin madalas, yung ikakabuti natin. Yung ikakabuti ng mga anak nila. Pero, take note, inaalaw ng mga magulang minsan na may mga mangyayaring ganong mga sitwasyon bilang disiplina sa mga anak nila. So let's say na nadisiplina itong mga bata. Ibig bang sabihin hindi nag-exist yung mga magulang? Anyway, balikan natin to. Did God create evil? Evil has no existence of its own. Okay? God did not create evil, but He does allow evil. So, dyan na papasok yan. If God is good, bakit pinahintulutan niya yung evil? Bakit hindi niya wakasan to? Okay. Bago natin ituloy, sabi ng ating kaibigan, Hans Wendell Corpus, siya ay agnostic. Thank you for that. Yan dapat sana. Yung kaya nga tinatanong ko kung atheist ba, ay, sa bagay, naisagot naman niya. Kaso nga lang, tinawag niya akong hipokrito, which is ironic. Napaka-ironic lang. At saka tinanong ko kanina si Ginoong Simon, kung siya ba ay atheist o hindi. He never answered my question, bagkus, yan. Pero at least, itong si Mr. Hans, honest siya. So, doon pa lang, saludo ako sa kanya. So anyway, sabi niya, I think we can determine right from wrong through reason. I believe that ethics, the successor of religion, do not necessarily need a supreme being to dictate morals. Although meron maraming moral philosophy at maraming subjective truths, this is where free speech and criticism comes in. Truth will always be chosen by the thinking man na may integrity. Well, you know what, my friend? Tungkol sa agnosticism kasi, please correct me if I'm wrong, no? Sa agnosticism, hindi niyan masagot kung may Diyos o wala. Okay? But anyway, sabi niya kasi dito, I think we can still determine right from wrong through reason. But wait. Reason. Yung tipong may kakayahan tayong mga tuwiran, may kakayahang mag-isip. But if atheism is true, yung atheistic worldview ay totoo, yung reason, parang molecules lang yan. Parang sumasayo lamang sa DNA, so to speak. Although maaaring makatulong yan, pero itong malaking problema dyan. Kasi yung sa issue dito ay may kinalaman sa objective moral values kasi. Concerning ethics, ito po yung isa pa sa dapat po natin ma-realize dito. Paano natin masasabi na maganda ang naturang etika or ethics nito if there are no objective moral values and duties? At saka yung sinabi niya na ethics do not necessarily need a supreme being to dictate morals, even though in reality, yung simpleng pagkaalam lamang na torturing babies for fun is wrong, rape is wrong, stealing is wrong, pagsisinungaling ay mali, doon pa lang masasabi natin na may objective moral values talaga. Kahit hindi natin masasabi na, kahit hindi natin ma-pinpoint yung Bible, so to speak, so, di ba? Also, pinipinpoint yung tungkol sa subjective truths, pero walang subjective truth. Diyan napapasok yung mantra na truth is relative, so to speak. Pero, remember my friends, there are no quote-unquote relative truths. Truth is truth. Saan mang lugar yan, saan ka man pumunta, totoo yan dito sa Pilipinas, totoo yan sa Amerika, totoo sa Mars. But anyway, thank you for your comment here. And I appreciate your honesty. Okay? Anyway, hindi ko masasabing kasi pinapag-aralan ko pa yan. So, walang problema doon. Anyway, balikan natin. Tungkol sa issue na, did God create evil? God did not create evil, but he does allow evil. If God had not allowed for the possibility of evil, both mankind and angels would be serving God out of obligation, not choice. He did not want robots that simply did what he wanted them to do because of their programming. God allowed for the possibility of evil so that we could genuinely have a free will, excuse me, and choose whether or not we wanted to serve Him. In short, it's true, hindi po ang Diyos ang may likha ng evil. Evil is not even a thing. Pero pinahintulutan niya yon dahil bukod sa tayo po ay may free will, tayo po ay makakapamili if we choose to accept God or reject God. Also, as finite human beings, we can never fully understand an infinite God. Sometimes we think we understand why God is doing something only to find out later that it was for a different purpose than we originally thought. God looks at things from a holy, eternal perspective. We look at things from a sinful, earthly, and temporal perspective. Why did God put man on earth knowing that Adam and Eve would sin and therefore brings evil, death, and suffering on all mankind? Well, yan din yung tanong ng mga skeptic friends din kasi natin. Well, you know what? These questions cannot be adequately answered this side of eternity. But what we can know is this. Whatever God does is holy and perfect and ultimately will glorify Him. God allowed for the possibility of evil in order to give us a true choice in regards to whether we worship Him. God did not create evil, but He allowed it. If He had not allowed evil, we would be worshiping Him out of obligation, not by a choice of our own will. Sa madaling sabi, based on what the Bible teaches, ang Diyos ang nagbibigay sa atin ng pasya kung tatanggapin natin siya o tatanggihan o itatakwil natin siya. Yun po yung punto. We are not robots na nagre-react lang. Anyway, ito ay mula naman kay Hugh Ross ng reasons.org tungkol sa tanong na, did God create evil? God did not create evil, but He did create free will beings. The free will of these beings implies that they can choose to do good or to do evil. God is presently using the evil that some angels and humans choose to achieve a greater good. By being exposed to the greatest possible evil, Satan, his demons, and their temptations, and overcoming that evil through the help of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, we can gain eternal security where we will never again use our free will for evil intent, and where we will gain an enhanced capability to express our free will and experience love. So yan naman yung punto de vista dito sa sagot ni Dr. Hugh Ross. Well, ang Diyos ba ang dahilan kaya tayo ay nagsasuffer? Proof nga po ng objective morality. Nag-present tayo dito kanina na ito, I have a question to Ellie Leon. Is torturing babies for fun wrong? Pakisagot mamaya. Sabi naman ni Anthony na isang troll, genocide is holy then. Wait lang. Mr. Echo Chamber. Kasi mga echo chamber naman talaga itong mga to. Meron na tayong may link na tayo ng StreamYard dito, ba't hindi sila bumisita, right? Pero itong question ko, ano ba ang moral standard mo para sabihin na evil ang Panginoon sa sinasabi mong genocide? Ginoong Anthony? Pakisagot po Slavery which God supports is holy. Yaki! Ano yung purpose? Ano yung purpose? Ano yung moral standard mo para sabihin yaki yun? What? And then, by the way, what do you mean by the word slavery? Anthony, pakisagot ne. What do you mean by the word slavery? Anong ibig mong sabihin? Please, paki-explain. Balik tayo. Ang Diyos po ba ang nagkakos ng suffering talaga? Human suffering exists because sin exists. When Adam and Eve disregarded God's command and ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the eyes of both of them were opened, and death, along with all the suffering the reality of death implies, came into the world. So, the results of sin are explained in Genesis 3. Sin affected humanity's relationship with God, with each other, and with the animals. Even the ground was cursed. Sin would specifically result in increased pain in childbearing, laborious toil in work, and contentiousness in human relationships. Ultimately, sin would result in physical death. In broader terms, sin opened the door for all kinds of suffering throughout all of creation. So ang tanong, does God cause suffering? No. Biblically speaking, nagkaroon ng pain and suffering dahil sa maling pagpili na ginawa ni na Adan at Eva, which is suway ng Diyos. Yun po yun. Bukod pa rito, since God is the first cause, He is responsible for the fact that suffering can exist. God created Adam and Eve knowing that they would sin. He knew that suffering that would exist in the world as a result. However, kasi itong laging nag-stuck na lang, ang Diyos ang ganito, without even realizing na bakit hindi nila tignan kasi agad-agad tinuldok eh. Hindi naman nila ginawang kama. But anyway, however, He also made redemption possible. God's ultimate plan was for God the Son to take on human flesh, live a human life complete with all the suffering of a fallen world, be crucified though he had not sinned, and rise again to life, having defeated sin and death. All who put their faith in Jesus will be saved. God's gift of grace to us cost him greatly. God knows the fullness of human suffering in ways we do not. In fact, God became man in the person of Christ. Matindi nga yung naranasan na suffering na nangyari sa kanya noong siya ay nasa lupa 2,000 years ago. Anyway, God knows the fullness of human suffering in ways we do not. And yet, He also knows the fullness of joy that redemption brings. God certainly allows suffering ultimately. He does so for His good purposes. Alam niyo yung tinatawag na yung mga masasabi natin na mga good traits? Like yung pagiging long-suffering, yung natututong maghintay, ganyan. Pero if atheism is true, sabi nga naman ng the Filipino atheist, wala naman daw purpose ang pain at suffering. Diba? Sa bagay. Yun ay kung totoong atheism. Okay? Anyway, God is good and everything He does is good. God can never be the author of evil. Suffering is a direct result of sin running rampant. Humanity's sin opened the door of Satan's limited rule as God of this age with small letter G. We suffer due to our own sins, tapos sasabihin ang Diyos daw nag-cause ng suffering. Really? Although God allows it, God never caused it. Iba po yung pinahintulot ng Diyos, yung ganitong bagay sa nilikha yung ganito. Okay? Ngayon, unlike atheism kasi na mismong the Filipino atheist ang nagsabi na wala raw purpose ang suffering, ganito ganyan. Totoo, mahirap po yung suffering. Totoo na napakahirap yung pagdurusa. Siyempre, mapapatanong ka, bakit ganito nararanasan? Bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan? But in Christianity, may mga rason kung bakit. Bagong lahat, sabi na naman dito, I understand the infinite God. Wait, Anthony, which God are you talking about? Sabi pa niya, He's an invention of man to account for phenomena. Your evidence, please. The Bible's Old Testament is a fictional account. Ay, mala Richard Dawkins to Kinopya. But that's okay. Pero ano yung moral standard mo para sabihin na ng Diyos ay evil? Pakipaliwanag. Tungkol sa there is zero historical evidence for Exodus, actually we have. Mamaya ipopost ko, mamaya i-share natin yung ilang mga videos may kinalaman dyan. Panoorin mo po Tanong ni Mr. Brian, ba't mo pa pinapatanong yung ibig sabihin ng slavery? Hello? Gusto kong malaman, ano ba talagang, kasi tingnan nyo, if atheism is true, wala naman talagang objective moral standard, yung opinion lamang Kaya nga gusto nating malaman, ano bang ibig niyang sabihin sa salitang slavery? Yan po yun. Ako naman. Sabi naman ni Eli Elion, bakit isisisi kay Adan at Eva kung alam ng Diyos na kakakainin nila yan? Wait lang, did you ever watch the entire? Halimbawa, mamaya after this, pause mo, pumunta ka dito sa section na to, okay? Iba po yung hinayaan sa pinahintulutan. Mind you, anong Diyos ang may gustong mag-suffer yung mga tao? No! Hindi naman kasali sa original plan ng Panginoon yan Pero, pinahintulutan niya. Iba po yung ginusto sa pinahintulutan, El Elyon. Please, don't use some sort of what was called a strawman argument here. It does not prove your atheistic worldview again. Kasi you are already stealing from God in order to argue against Him. Balikan natin, ano yung purpose ng suffering according to biblical worldview? Well, God uses suffering to train His children and refine or test their faith. Kasi may mga pagkakataon talaga na sinusubok kung hanggang saan yung faith ng tao. Pangalawa, spiritual warfare. God allows Satan and his demons certain latitude, such as we see in the case of Job. In Ephesians 6, we read about the spiritual armor with which God has equipped us so that we can stand firm against the devil's attacks. We sometimes suffer from persecution. Sabi ng Panginoon sa John 16:33, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Totoo, talagang mahirap po yung pagdurusa. Hirap pagdaanan. But in Christian worldview, may mga rason kung bakit nangyayari yun. Okay? Although we don't know why, in detail, hindi po talaga natin alam kung bakit. We know for sure na meron talagang masasabi na may dulot itong kabutihan. Kaso, if atheism is true kasi, gaya ng sinabi ni Filipino atheist, wala raw purpose, wala raw ganito. Well, bakit nga niya inaalaw yun? We sometimes overvalue the pursuit of comfort. Kasi ang totoo niyan, most of us, tayo mga tao, we are tracking in ano tawag dito? Pasensya na. mas gusto pa natin yung puro comfort laang, 'di ba? We sometimes overvalue the pursuit of comfort. Remember, my friends, a good God values character over comfort. Yung comfort ng mga nilikha ay pansamantala lamang. But character transcends time. So, it should not surprise us that a transcendent God would understand the difference even when we don't. Unfortunately, character is often best developed as a result of our temporary pain and suffering. Patience, determination, the will to persevere, and the ability to retain hope all results from the trials and tribulations of life. Yun ay kung totoong Christianity. Pero in atheism, wala eh. God may allow some level of temporary pain and suffering in order to develop our eternal transcendent character. So, mga atheists, kung magtatanong kayo ukol dyan, maging real talk po tayo. Karamihan po sa atin, ayaw ng truth quest. Lagi tayo sa happiness quest. Ginagawa natin ang lahat para maging masaya tayo. Siyempre, alam natin kasi, ang katotohanan, masakit. 'Di ba? Aminin natin. Masakit talagang totoo, pero sabi nga ng Lord, the truth sets you free. Okay? We sometimes misunderstand the nature of love. Madalas kasi yung definition ng love na ating nalalaman ay may kinalaman sa feelings lang. Oh, Alonzo Marveling, andyan na po yung StreamYard. Pumasok po kayo. Anyway, balik tayo. A transcendent God understands that love is the perfect balance between what? Mercy and justice. We as humans often hold a very temporal understanding of love. We think of love as a warm, instantaneous feeling, a lustful desire, or a passionate season of romance. Pero ang tunay na pagmamahal, hindi po ganyan. God understands that true love transcends the moment and often requires discernment, discipline, and judgment. We could hardly say we love our children if we did not care enough about their future to discipline them. And discipline often feels painful. Meron po bang mga kabataan po may mga kabataan po ba na pagka nadidisiplina, masaya sila? Hindi. Masakit 'yun, 'di ba? Pero ito po ay nakakabuti. Okay? Love sometimes requires a concern for justice that focuses on the future, and justice often requires the infliction of pain and suffering to achieve the greater good. God therefore may allow some level of pain and suffering to maintain the just and transcendent character of love. Yun po yun. Bukod pa rito, we sometimes underestimate the danger of immediate gratification. Kasi ang problema sa atin, nais natin, yung tipong agad-agad, masaya na. Agad-agad, nakamit na natin yung kung anong gusto natin. Well, an eternal God provides humans with an existence beyond the grave. If God exists, if Jesus had risen from the dead, if there's afterlife, then yung buhay ng tao ay hindi matatapos dito sa lupang ito. Pero if atheism is true, well, wala lang. Pagkapatay ang tao, makakain lang ng mauod. Wala lang. Diba? But anyway, we usually want our desire for comfort, love, mercy, and justice to be satisfied in this life. And immediately, if at all possible. But our pursuit of immediate gratification often leads us to do things that are ultimately harmful. Yung tipong padalos-dalos ka magdesisyon sa buhay, yung tipong gusto mo agad matatapos yan. Aminin natin, ganun tayo mga kaibigan, mga kapatid. But you know what? If there is a transcendent eternal God, our desire for happiness, love, mercy, and justice need not be satisfied in this life. All these desires can and will be satisfied in eternity. So God therefore may allow some level of pain and suffering because He knows and has communicated the fleeting short nature of our mortal experience. Mm. Also, how can a loving, all-powerful God allow pain and suffering? Isipin niyo po yung doktor, yung tatay, at yung baby. The same way, a loving father can allow his infant child to suffer the doctor's needle, yung injection. Sa perspektibo ng isang bata, aminin natin, baka may natatakot sa injection. Pero anyway, yung pag-inject doon sa bata, syempre, masakit yan sa perspektibo ng isang bata. But the father knows that the pain of the injection will result in something beneficial to the infant. Alam din ng tatay na ginagawa niya yun dulot ng kanyang pagmamahal sa kanyang anak kasi gusto niya itong protektahan, di ba? Even though a painless day, from the child's perspective, might seem like a more loving approach. Finally, the father knows that the pain of the injection is fleeting relative to the life of the child. For these reasons, it's reasonable to surmise that a good, loving God might allow pain and suffering in our own lives as well. Kumbaga, pinahintulutan ng Diyos na maganap yon. Okay? Andun na yung mga attitude o character na nade-develop, determination, patience, courage, ganun. Pero kasi kung totoo yung mga claims ng mga atheist friends natin kasi, parang sinasabi lang nila ay ganito, gusto ko lagi puro comfort, gusto ko lagi ako masaya, ganito, ganyan. I'm not saying na hindi tayo maging masaya. No, I'm not saying that. Ang punto lang dito, minsan tayong mga tao, hindi po natin nare-realize na minsan may mga gawain talaga na akala na natin, okay, nakabubuti, without realizing ikakapahamak pala ng kapwa natin at ikakapahamak natin. That's why there are times na kahit na kailangan na pahintulutan or i-allow ng Diyos yon. O tapos sasabihin ng mga friends natin, nako, ang Diyos ang dahilan nito, ganito. Kahit naman, madalas, yung mga suffering na naranasan, tao rin ang may gawa. Pambihira, laging sinisisi ang Diyos ukol sa mga ganyan, no? Anyway, yan po natatapos ang ating pag-respond sa mga claims. Gusto ko sanang i-discuss yung mga pinagsasabi ng ating kaibigan dito na si Anthony na isang maganda siguro na i-discuss natin to next time bago yung mismong actual na wait, who is this? Kita nyo? Hindi ko na napansin. Yung tipong matatapos na tayo sa ating program but wala na yata. Lord willing, next week, itong mga Bible verse na kinote niya, i-discuss natin ito, lahat-lahat. Even though ito Anthony, itong mga Bible passages na kinote mo, ang lahat ng yan, may mga reasons. Namely, God's judgment against unrepentant people. Sana na-gets mo. Okay? Nag-quote pa siya. Hosea 13:16, Numbers 21, 2 Chronicles, ganito't ganyan. Sige, i-discuss po natin yan. Dito lamang yan sa comment section ito. Sige lang. Masaya rin na mag-post itong sana naman na Lord willing next week after siguro ng discussion namin ni Mr. Miles, i-discuss natin to. Sige, discuss natin to. Hindi ko na kasi mahabol kasi nagpo-focus ako sa pinaka-point natin diyan. So anyway, yun lamang po ang ating talakayan sa ngayon. And Lord willing, yung mga Bible verse na kinote sa atin ng isang atheist troll, sasagutin natin yan by the grace of God. At nawa, sana next week, it's either before yung dialogue namin ni Mr. Miles or after the dialogue, sige, pag-usapan natin yan. Lynn Perley, funny emoji is not even a good argument, ulitin ko na. So nag-quote pala si Anthony ng Isaiah 45:7 para patunayan yung kanyang claim. Pero ito po ba ay patunay na ang Diyos ang nag-create ng evil? Or there's something dapat po ma-realize? Sige, isang verse lamang po yung sasagutin natin dito. Madalas kasi nagko-quote siya ng mga Bible verses na hindi man lamang tinitignan yung context. Ang totoo niyan, inuulan na nga niya eh. Echo chamber ba? Pero sige, sagutin natin lang kaunti. Why does Isaiah 45:7 say that God created evil? Sige, lagay natin dito. Teka, sino to? Wala namang atheist na pumapasok dito sa StreamYard. Itong si Anthony, nag-quote lamang ng mga Bible verses pero hindi niya in-explain sa atin why atheism is true. Pero sige, why does Isaiah 45:7 say that God created evil? Ang kinote niya kasi yung King James Version, di ba? Sige lang, Mr. Anthony, paulanan mo ng mga Bible verses nang wala sa tamang konteksto. Sabi ng isang kapatid, mababa ang quality ng atheism dito sa Pilipinas, which is real talk. Totoo yan. Most of our atheist friends kasi dito, they're not really proving that atheism is true. They're not, hindi po nila napapatunayan na totoo ang kanilang worldview. O gaya nitong si Anthony, puro quote ng mga Bible verses. Pero gusto ko sanang itanong, ano ba ang evidence mo for atheism? Ang ginagawa niya, he was stealing many aspects of reality that only make sense if God exists in order to argue against Him. Lahat, take note lahat ng mga atheist friends natin na pumapasok dito, echo chambers. Pati yung mga nagla-laughing emoji, echo chambers yan. Pero thank you po thank you kung mayroong nag-share po doon sa Philippine Atheist Group, no? Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm happy. Why? Dahil dito pa lamang, ipinapakita po rito, ngayon pa lang, na hindi po kayang patunayan ng mga atheist friends dito na totoo ang kanilang worldview. As I always said, laughing emoji is not a good evidence for atheism at all. Anyway, Isaiah 45:7 in the King James Version reads, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Wait, how does Isaiah 45:7 agree with the view that God did not create evil? Two key facts po ang dapat nating i-considera. Una, the word translated evil is from the Hebrew word that means adversity, affliction, calamity, distress, misery. Notice how the other major English Bible translations render the word disaster. Ayon sa NIV at HCSB, calamity ayon sa New King James at ESV, and woe according to NRSV. The Hebrew word can refer to moral evil and often does have this meaning in the Hebrew scripture. Kaso nga lang, due to the diversity of possible definitions, hindi po katalinuhan na i-assume that quote and quote, I create evil in Isaiah 45:7 refers to God bringing moral evil into existence. Kaya, Ginoong Anthony, yung pag-quote mo niyan ng mga Bible passages niyan, una, it's all about God's judgment against those people who never even choose to repent. Gayang-gaya niya talaga si Richard Dawkins eh. Pero sabi nga ni Richard Dawkins sa isa sa book niya, wala pong purpose ang buhay ng tao, walang meaning ang buhay ng tao para lamang tayo mga robots. Mr. Anthony, pakipaliwanag naman po sa amin. No? Lalo sa mga nag-funny emoji po sa atin, although thank you for being here, pakipaliwanag, ano po yung moral standard nyo? Balikan natin yung sa pagsagot ito. Why does Isaiah 45:7 says? Ito yung naman yung pangalawa. Alam ba po ng ating mga kaibigan na tulad ni Mr. Anthony kung ano yung konteksto ng Isaiah 45:7? Malamang hindi. Nag-quote siya ng isang page. Sige, huwag kang mag-alala, Ginoong Anthony. Sasagutin natin yon. Okay? Yung video na pinost mo, sige, sasagutin natin yan. Anyway, the context of Isaiah 45:7 makes it clear that something other than bringing moral evil into existence is in mind. The context of Isaiah 45:7 is God rewarding Israel for obedience and punishing Israel for disobedience. God pours out salvation and blessings on those whom He favors. God brings judgment on those who continue to rebel against Him. Sa madaling sabi, Isaiah 45:7 does not prove your point at all. Ang dami sana nating i-discuss dito, kaso nga lang, since time is fleeting, Lord willing, yung mga Bible verse na kinote sa atin ng atheist na to, na malamang hindi po talaga nag-exist kasi para siyang robot kung mag-quote ng mga Bible passages, pero huwag siya mag-alala kasi sasagutin natin, Lord willing, maybe next week. Ito ang problema. Wala siyang objective moral standard para sabihin mali ang Diyos dyan. If atheism is true, si Anthony ay walang objective moral standard para sabihin mali yun. Yung mga kinukote yung mga Bible verses tulad nito, if atheism is true, none. Nothing. Wala. Wala kang moral standard. Kung sinasabi mong meron kang moral standard, parang sinasabi mo rin na ikaw ay nagsasabi na parang dinidiyos mo ng iyong sarili. We even do not realize na maging yung sarili natin ay pwede pala rin na maging, so to speak, Diyos. O sabi naman ni Ginong Brian, stop reading answers that are not of your own. Bakit masama po ba na mag-quote ako ng mga sagot? Mag-quote ng mga sources? Mr. Brian Escol? At if atheism is true, yun bang ginagawa ko ba ay mali? Hello, if atheism is true, walang objective moral values, so opinion mo lang yan. At saka context, please. Kaya nga sabi ng ating kapatid, Anthony, para po ito sa yan, Anthony, ginagawa ng Diyos yung paghatol. Okay? God does judgment, and judgment against evil is not evil. Justice yan. Kaya magtigil ka, sabi ni kapatid na James. Stop getting verses, Mr. Anthony, out of context to prove your evil philosophy of atheism is to be true. Brother James, wait a minute. Sige, mag-extra tayo ng time dahil nandito po ang ating kapatid. Brother James, you can visit here in our live stream today. Kahit 30 minutes lang para ma-review mo yung mga comments na to tulad nito. Ayan. Alam mo, Ginoong Brian, bakit masama yung loob mo? Na nagko-quote ako ng ibang sources, 'di ba? Di ko naman sinasabing akin 'yun, no? Okay? Huwag ganoon. Huwag pong double standards naman. Ne? Anyway, actually dapat nga patapos na tayo sa ating ginagawang live stream ngayon, pero ang ating kapatid ayan dito. Wait lang. Maganda kung ayan, sabi ng ating kapatid, maganda i-conclude na yung live stream kasi puro spam na lamang. Which is I agree. Okay, sabi uli ng ating kapatid, itong real talk para sa mga atheists at sa mga iba pang mga skeptics. They misquote the Bible without looking on the context just to prove atheism equal when God judged it is not evil. Kasi in reality, ang Diyos ay isang makatarungang hukom. Hindi niya po hinahayaan na ang kasalanan ay pumasok sa mismong presensya niya kahit ka-microbe na kasalanan yan. Tingnan niyo po, may mga atheists na nagsasabi, bakit hindi daw tapusin ng Diyos yung kasamaan sa mundong ito? O tapos, pag isinagawa ng Diyos yung judgment, like what happened to Canaanite, sasabihin, masama raw ang Diyos. Di ba? And frankly speaking, sabi ng ating kapatid, it is evil for atheists who does not want evil to be judged. Kasi sa atheism, in reality, everything is permissible. Lahat ng mali, lahat ng tama, okay lang. Tanungin nyo kay Hitler. Tanungin nyo kay Pol Pot. Isa pa, yung mga nakikita natin na funny emojis na ito po ay patunay na first, they don't want Christianity to be true. And second, they are just complaining against God. From the start, hindi po nila pinaniniwalaan na siya nag-exist. Yan po ang totoo. Yan po ang totoo na hindi nare-realize ng mga atheists. Sa totoo lang, wala pa akong nakikita dito na good evidence for atheism. Wala ni isa. Hanggang ngayon. Wala ni isang atheist dito. Kahit sa mga nag-funny emoji, they're not proving that atheism is true. They're not proving that atheism makes perfect sense in reality. They do not even present any evidence that atheism is true. Patawa naman ang sabi nito, basta genocide, slavery, context kayo. There's no context that will justify blah, blah, blah. Isang ibig sabihin niyan, Ginong Anthony. Did you know what hermeneutics is? O sabi niya, if you say otherwise, stay far away from civilized society, please. Ginoong Anthony, alam mo po ba na ang Christianity ang nag-abolish sa slavery? Alam mo po ba na ang Christianity ang siyang nag-abolish at nag-condena sa genocide? Hindi mo po alam yon? Paki-review po yung historical records. Please. Sabi po ng ating kapatid, atheists looks on the narrative, correct lang natin. Atheists look on the narratives of the Bible as evil, as evil of God, while the same narrative talks about the judgment of God against evil. Kasi sa totoo lang, wala namang evidence ng atheism. Itong ginawa nitong si Mr. Anthony, he was just blaming against God. He does not disprove the existence of God. At bukod dyan, he never proving to us that atheism is true. What he was saying here is this. Gusto niya mapalayas tayo sa civilized society, even though in reality, ang Christianity ang nagsasagawa nito. na maging sibilisado ang society? Something's fishy right here. Keep exposing the ignorant bashing of these animals based on philosophy. Well, thank you for that, kapatid. Alam nyo kasi, guys, ganito lang yan. Bukod sa hindi po pinapatunayan ng mga atheist friends natin na totoo ang kanilang worldview, they are just arguing against someone whom they think he never existed. Ang sabi naman ni Chinese kasi yung, pero tama ang kanyang point, no? Tamang-tama yung point niya. If God did not exist, there is no good and evil. Lagi po nating inuulit yan. Lagi po nating pinipresent yan na kung totoo ang atheism, everything is permissible, sabi ng isang philosopher. If atheism is wrong, if atheism is true, yung good, yung evil, opinion lang. Tingnan nyo, nagkokontrahan pa yung kanyang claim. Sabi raw, evil yung God ninyo, pero wala naman siyang moral standard. So tama po yung sinasabi po ng ating kapatid. Wait, meron po tayong kaibigan, siya yung agnostic na kausap natin. Kung wala na po kayong time, okay lang po kung sunod na lang po. I would enjoy discussing with you, sir. Bump ko lang po para makita. Well, thank you for that, Ginoong Hans. And I appreciate you for being respectful here. So, I hope and I'm praying na magkaroon din tayo ng dialogue like this one. Okay? Medyo nag-extra lang ako ng time para sagutin itong tulad nito, sabi niya. But anyway, take care always, okay? At balik tayo sa sinabi ni Anthony. Kaya nyo pa? Marami pa sa Bible niyan. Gusto nyo? Ginong Anthony, alam ko po yung mga Bible verses niyan. Bakit po mahalagang konteksto? Ginong Anthony, isipin mo yung isang libro. Halimbawa na lang, nagbasa ka ng anong libro? No Limitangere ni Dr. Jose Rizal. Tapos nag-quote ka ng nabaliw si Sisa. Tapos sasabihin mo, kita mo, bulok pala yung libro ni Rizal, ganito. Yan bang sasabihin mo? Kaya nga po kailangan po ng konteksto para malaman natin yung full story. Okay? Sabi na naman niya bilang response kay Brother James, yung God nyo na basis nyo, genocidal slave monger. Pero Anthony, wala ka namang objective moral standard kasi. Wala kang objective moral values as an atheist. Nagrereklamo ka sa isang Diyos na in reality, sa simula pa lang, hindi mo sinasampalatayanan na siya nag-exist. Bukod sa hypocrisy, double standard yan. Kaya nga sabi nga ng ating kapatid dito, how can they argue without absolute basis? Kasi in reality, itong mga pinagsasabi nito, wala naman siyang moral standard to prove his point. In fact, sabi nga ng ating kapatid, spam na lamang yung pinagsasabi ng ating kaibigan niyan. Isa pa, gumagamit sila ng Bible verses pero moral relativism naman ang ginagamit na reasoning. Sabi uli ng ating kapatid, atheists who are arguing God as evil is just saying they believe for using the scope of defining the basis of evil. Proofless pa rin, so to speak. Kaya nga lagi mo sinasabi, walang evidence for atheism. Inamin mismo ng isang atheist na hindi raw kailangan ng evidence ang atheism. Sabi ng ating kapatid, if atheism is true, walang mali sa genocide, slavery, killing, and rape. Ginong Anthony, kung nanonood ka pa, isipin mo nga ito. Kung totoong atheism, walang mali sa mga yan. Kasi walang objective moral values ang atheistic worldview. Bukod dyan, moral relativism, so to speak, kasi ang nangyayari. So, here is my challenge sa mga atheist friends na nakikinig pa rin sa atin. Lalo na po sa mga nag-funny emoji lang. Which is, that's okay for me. Please, present to us any good evidence that atheism is true. Present to us that atheism is true. Naku, Ginong Anthony, hindi mo pa rin nagigets to. Hindi mo pa rin nagigets to. Mala Richard Dawkins ang dating eh, pero hindi niya masagot-sagot yung ating challenge. But that's okay. Kasi in reality, ito na sabi niya, theists saying God is good and the source of morality, delusional. Kita nyo, kinopya niya mula sa argument ni Richard Dawkins. Pero ang totoo, delusion po ang mga claims ni Richard Dawkins. Yung claim ni Ginoong Anthony na delusional daw yon na ang Diyos ay mabuti, as a delusional, actually delusion na lamang ito ni Anthony. Kasi if atheism is true, sabi nga ng isang atheist philosopher na ang consciousness ay isang illusion, paano ko malalaman na totoo yan kung illusion lamang yung pinagsasabi nito? Ano ba yan? Mahina na kayo sa science, pati sa Bible mahina rin. Saan kayo magaling? Pico, badminton, Anthony. I've mentioned cosmological argument. I've mentioned teleological argument. Kung gusto mo ng mga books, yung books ni Stephen Meyer at Hugh Ross, pakitignan. Yung mga nabanggit kong mga taon na yan, bukod sa mga Kristiyano yan, si Hugh Ross, astronomer yan. Si Stephen Meyer, scientist yan. Hello? Baka ibig mong sabihin, good science versus bad science. Ito, personal attack na lang ang ginagawa nitong kaibigan natin. Hindi niya po napapansin itong mga komentong to na kung totoong atheism, walang mali sa mga nabanggit nito. At bukod dyan, totoong sinabi niya, opinion lang ang mabuti at masama kung totoong atheism. Sad to say, he never, excuse me, he cannot prove to us that atheism is true based on evidence. What he did here is this. He steals many aspects of reality that only makes sense if God exists in order to argue against him. Kumbaga, he was sitting God's lap to slap his face. So anyway, Jesus' existence demonstrates the existence of God. Yan, napatunayan na natin yan many times sa ating discussions yan. You can revisit the videos na ating na-presenta sa page natin. You can revisit it. Anyway, I guess that's all for now. Baka mas lalo pang tumagal. At nawa, sa mga nanonood po dyan, kesyo atheist ka man o Kristiyano man, bago man po mag-jump ng conclusion or whatever, i-examine po yung mga arguments dyan. Okay? Well, anyway, maraming salamat po sa mga nanood at sa mga manunood pa. And I hope and I'm praying na, Lord willing, next week, mas lalo po nating may discuss yung mga ganitong points na ito. Hindi ko na rin matagal dahil talagang tatapusin ko na muna ito as of now. Pero don't worry, Lord willing, we'll go on through that. Anyway, sabi pa ni Eli Leon, morality based on God is arbitrary. It's just someone's opinion, your God's subjective opinion. Even though in reality, wala ka naman pong moral standard to say that. Yung tinanong ko nga kanina, yung torturing babies for fun tama ba yun o mali? Sana nakita po niya itong isa sa komento ng ating kapatid. At ito pa. At yun na. Anyway, that's all for now. Baka Lord willing, this coming December, we'll go on to tackle some discussions. Like, gagawa pa ako ng presentations pa eh. Yung 30 objections na masasagot po natin talaga yan by God's grace. Well, yun lamang po sa ngayon. And thank you. Maraming salamat po sa pag-join. Atheist ka man, o Christian ka man, or whoever you are, maraming salamat sa pag-join dito. And then, by the way, kahit ang daming yung iba, mga spam replies na lang, pero sa mga atheists na bumisita sa page na to at nagkaroon ng opportunity na magsulat ng mga komento nila, thank you. Thank you for visiting this page. Kahit yung iba, ad hominem na nga, thank you pa rin sa pagbisita. Ina-appreciate ko pa rin na nandito po kayo kahit sa comment section lang. Okay? Pero next time, nawa, may discuss po why atheism better explains reality. Yan po sana ang i-discuss. Yan po sana ang i-comment ninyo. Okay? Next time. Yun lamang po sa ngayon. And thank you. Again, Kristiyano ka man o atheist ka man o agnostic ka man, whoever you are, thank you sa pagbisita. Well, sa mga skeptics po dyan, I will end this live stream by asking you this question. If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Magandang araw po sa lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig. And by the way, i-promote ko lamang po yung page po na Original Baptist Faith Apologetics kung saan ang laging nire-respond nito ay yung arguments ng mga Muslims naman. Sa mga Christians po na nakikinig po sa atin, pakisuporta yung kanyang page. Okay? Pakisuporta din yung The Pinoy Apologist kung saan pinipresent yung mga arguments for God's existence. And let us pray na by God's grace talaga, yung mga kapatid na nakikinig at maging yung mga kaibigan po natin na mga skeptics, ipag-pray natin na magkaroon po sila ng time and realization why Christianity is true. Dagdag ko lang, when you say that God is wrong on allegedly ganito, ganyan, ganito, ano yung moral standard mo? Next time, tawag dito. Paki-explain. Okay. Okay, tama na to. Baka mapahaba na tayo, almost 2 hours na. So, God bless po sa ating lahat. Sa mga kaibigan nating atheists na nandito, kahit yung iba masasabing troll, that's okay for me. Take care. God bless you guys. Ingat po lagi. At sa mga Christians po na nakikinig sa atin, I'm praying na mas lalo po nating mapag-igihan ang pagsasaliksik ng katotohanan, pagsagot sa mga tanong with gentleness and respect. And also, pag-pray po sa mga Christians po dyan, pag-pray po natin yung mga skeptic friends natin. Pag-pray po natin, lagi sila. So God bless you guys. Have a great day. Jesus is Lord.